Trump doesn't present that way. You know, you look at somebody right away, you can kind of just sum them up. I mean, we are not young, but we don't present as old.
Yeah.
Biden does. I saw him yesterday making that speech.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, he's cadaver-like.
But his brain is good. He's
What's up, what's up? Today's video, we are going to watch Bill Maher on The View. I watched a clip of this, and I'm not gonna lie, from what I've seen, it seemed like he was actually talking sense. So I was like, let me go ahead and watch the full video. So essentially, there was a conversation between Bill Maher and Joy Behar. In regards to Bill Maher, he pretty much says how he has to call out the Democrats when they're wrong as well. If not, then he loses credibility, in which Joy Behar then disagrees, or not necessarily disagrees. She pretty much expressed how she feels like she can't call out Democrats, mainly because she feels like it's going to lead Democrats away, mainly because it's going to stray people away from Joe Biden rather than bring them towards him, which I highly disagree with. If y'all been following me, y'all know I call out whoever. Wrong is wrong, right is right. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and start the video and get into it.
Well, you have this new book out, and you know, I watch your show all the time, so I know that you're a comic, but you basically go after Trump and Biden, you know, both of them, and a lot of people are not happy with you about that.
Which I don't get.
So, and
Not equally.
Well, not equally, because you know that Trump is doing more dangerous.
Of course. I mean, I don't think anybody was more out front on that danger than I was. I was talking about how he was never going to give up power. Long ago, when everybody was laughing at me and said, you smoke too much pot, and I said, I smoke just the right amount of pot. Because
he does smoke a lot.
plainly,
not even going cap.
I was using the term slow-moving coup before he was elected the first time.
That's right.
I said, this guy is never going to concede power. It's impossible to imagine him going, oh, I lost.
Yeah, can't do it.
That's just not in his nature.
So, but I'm nervous about saying anything against Biden, because I feel, you know, not that I have so much power, and you have some more than I do, obviously.
I don't get
but
that.
I don't know about that.
Are you afraid that you might, you know, influence people who are on the fence?
I think you lose all.
Bro, that's what I don't get. It's like, why are you refraining from talking about when something is wrong? Why are you refraining from speaking up when someone is doing something bad because you're scared to stray people away that are on the fence? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why? That makes no sense to me. Like, right is right, wrong is wrong. Like, you shouldn't withhold valuable information or valuable opinions on something just because you don't want to stray people away. That's not honest. And I think that's low-key scary that she said that and people just glossed over it, because it's like, she's not even the only one who does that. I'm just like, why is people's identity in their political party? Like, that's weird to me. But
Credibility. I do. I mean, my bond with my audience has always been, I don't pull a punch.
Yeah.
Same.
My bond with my audience is, you're not going to like everything I say, but you know I'm saying what I really think is true.
Right.
That's.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. And look.
literally, like, you may not like everything I say, but one thing about it, two things for sure. Is it true, though? Okay.
I mean, Biden just presents as old. It's not really fair.
No.
Because he's almost the same age. Trump is almost the same age as him.
I know.
But Trump doesn't present that way. You know, you look at somebody right away, you can kind of just sum them up. I mean, we are not young, but we don't present as old.
Yeah.
Biden does. I saw him yesterday making that speech.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry, he's cadaver-like.
But his brain is good. He's still great.
Well, here's what I said. Like, when I came back after the strike in September, I said, he should get out. Because he's just lost the faith of people. It's not fair.
He's
actually done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
But I said, he's going to be Ruth Bader Biden. That's the term I used. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She stayed too long at the fair. I remember Obama had...
Oh, wow. I actually agree with Bill Maher. Like, I genuinely agree with Bill Maher. I think the Democrats dropped the ball. I think we're at the point where they're just trying to feed into Biden's ego so much so that no one is telling him, like, it's too late now, but in the beginning, as soon as Biden got into office, the Democrats should have been piping up whoever they wanted next. Because they should have known from the beginning Biden was going to be a one-term president. Original strategy, to my understanding at least, that Biden was just going to be there for a term and then pass the baton. Because there was no one at that time to defeat Trump. Now it's just like, yo, what is going on? what is going on? And I think it's so selfish for people who are around him to like pipe him up and fill in his head like, you got this, you got this. Like, bro, policies aside, physically, like, it makes me really uncomfortable. Like, I'm not saying like the man is just like he can't walk type of vibe. I'm just saying, like, when you see your elders like at the point in life where you just know, like, let them rest, let them retire, let them rest. They lived a long life. Like, let them rest in regards to just like go on vacation, retire. Like, you've put in 50 plus years in this work. Kudos. It's time to let it go. And like the fact that people around him are not telling him that, it does more harm than good. Like, policies aside, what is going on, it just makes me very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. Even whenever I see Mitch McConnell, like, it makes me so uncomfortable. I'm just like, do y'all not
Her over to the White House, like in 2013, to hint, you know, hey,
Hint.
spend more time with the grandkids. That would not be a good idea, Ruth. And she didn't take the hint, and she was not in good health, and she stayed too long, and she ruined her legacy and got the Supreme Court now to be a pretty right-wing organization. Said Biden shouldn't do that, but you know, ego. He's Dracula. He has crossed oceans of time to be here, and he's not going to give it up now.
Well, you lead me kind of the next question. The election is less than 6 months away, and Biden has done good things. He's made improvements and strides on employment numbers, infrastructure, gun reform, climate.
I need some elaboration on these employment numbers. I really need some elaboration on these employment numbers, because it's like, it's one thing to be employed, but it's another thing to be employed on a job that pays you well. Because we can say all day, every day, oh yeah, employment, like, job opportunities are at an all-time high, but they're paying $15 an hour. Like, we're talking about occupations, like jobs that people can actually work a full time and live comfortably, like just at the bare minimum. So it's just like people throw these like talking points. Oh, unemployment is at an all-time low. Job opportunity is at an all-time high. Well, baby, let's put some context into it. Because the people that I talk to on the daily, they're struggling. They're struggling, and that's an understatement. So, yeah.
Action. The stock market is experiencing highs. Now Trump is facing 88 felony charges,
I keep saying
and
that.
he talks a lot about the Supreme Court decision. He brags that he's the reason it was turned, Roe v. Wade, and hence he won't accept the results if he doesn't win anyway. So what are we missing here, or what are people missing here? Because there's a disconnect with that contract.
I'll tell you what you're missing. So right now, what you're missing is that people are at a point in time, this is for the Democrats, and this is to answer Sarah's question. What you're missing is that you don't fully understand or grasp the notion of people's current reality. People are at the point where they feel like they've lost everything. They can't afford their rent. They can barely afford daycare. They can't afford food. They can't afford healthcare. People are like, I have nothing to lose. They're just like, yo, I tried it. I don't like it. I'm either going to vote for Trump, or I'm just sitting this one out. Now we can argue, is that the best way to go about it? Maybe, maybe not, depending on who you ask. You can't continue to say, I don't understand where the disconnect is. Like, you are not in these communities. If you are on a platform as big as this and you still don't understand why people are gravitating to Trump, or why people are gravitating to independent, or why people are just not feeling Biden, you need to take time and actually step into reality. Step into the reality of vast majority of Americans, because it's clear as day. Like, if you're asking that question still when the election is like 6 months away, you're not doing your job. You're not doing proper journalism, honestly and truly.
Saying about old, I've been critical as well, but that is not enough for me to tip the scale the other way, and yet for some
But it's not only his
Well, I think
age.
some people resent the question, like, what don't you get?
Exactly.
Look, I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country, and I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree with me?
And I think a conservative once said to me, what you guys in the liberal side of it don't get about Donald Trump is we don't like him either.
Yeah.
It's just that in this country, it's binary. I mean, gender may not be binary, but politics is. You only get two choices. And the stuff that they are afraid of, they see Donald Trump as a bulwark against, you know, and that stuff is a lot closer to the home. It's like my kid is coming home from school and they're not allowed to tell me
Dang,
if
Bill
they're
Maher
transitioning.
making sense.
the school is going to take the side of the kid over the parent. Stuff like that. There is a lot of crazy stuff on the left. I mean, this book, there's stuff that each side is going to like and probably stuff they're not going to like so much in there, because that's the answer to the Donald Trump situation is what's going to get him elected is this woke stuff that a lot of people in this country just don't go for.
Well, one thing that I break with is that you can disagree on candidates, but when one talks about literally upending the entire democracy, that's my heart out. Like,
I'm going to be honest, he did not lie. Like, I said that in my previous videos, like, Donald Trump, if or when he wins, he's not going to win based off of a different strategy. Donald Trump has been the same. He's going to win based off of what the Democrats are lacking. Some people may not want to hear that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. We're actually going to stop there. Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. I honestly and truly never thought the day I'll actually be like snapping when Bill Maher is speaking. Like, some of the things Bill Maher have said, I'm just like, nah, I disagree with the man. I disagree with this man. But he makes solid sense. And honestly and truly, the fact that a lot of Democrats aren't willing to acknowledge it, that is going to be literally the downfall. That's going to be the downfall. And it's like we're trying to do everything and anything but implement proper solid strategy. I was about to say, when Sarah mentioned his 88 counts or whatever, my question is, why are we just not bringing it up? Biden has been in office for 4 years. Why didn't he do it the first year, the first 6 months, the first 2 years? Why wait until election year to be like, okay, we're gonna raise these cases? Like, I personally just don't get it. I just don't get it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media. I love y'all all. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers, y'all. Woo! Love y'all all. God bless y'all. This is Udorai, connecting people with policy. Toodles.